Welcome to my cyberspace. In case you're new to R, this video I'm going to be talking about how to understand the RStudio interface so that when you're communicating with somebody and they say something, you can know what they're talking about, and also you can actually even have a better understanding of where different things are. So let's get right into it. So first things first is you want to open up RStudio if you have it installed already. If you don't, you could check my previous video on how to install RStudio. So just open up RStudio. I have it opened up already, and when you open it up, you might have something like this. You can also change this color in case you want to feel like a real programmer and have it like a black screen. I'll be showing you how to do that in a different video. But first of all, so what do we see here? So we see that we have three different sections, but technically what we are supposed to have is four. The reason why we don't have four is because I haven't opened up something. So but let's try to deal with what we have here. So this is the environment section. So for this environment section, this is where you would see the data that you've loaded in R. This is also where you will see the history of the queries you've run. So let's say we do something like 2 + 2, and I just enter this and I do 1 + 1. R could also serve as a calculator. If I come to the history, I would be able to see what I've done. So this is quite great. Connection is if you're trying to connect your R with like other data source or whatever you're trying to connect, like GitHub or whatever tutorial is you want to learn R or whatever it is. But most of the ones you would use will be majorly like the environments in this session. And this also gives like a view about like your library, like your local library. So you could try to look for a file. So meaning when you're working in RStudio, you don't have to keep on like going in and out of R. So this reads in what you have locally, and here it shows like a plot. This shows a plot. This went dragged down already. Try to drag this down. So that shows like a plot. So we could see like packages. So these are the packages that have been installed. So right now there's still going to need to be to install more packages. In a different video I'm going to talk about what packages are, but I think let me just give a summary about it. So packages are one of the functions. They are one of the ways for you to get to do things in R. So a lot of times RStudio will require you, or R generally, I will use that term interchangeably, require you to install package and load a package before you can actually get to use it. And this part is where you write your quick and dirty code, the console. It also gets to show you like some of your like results, either table or it shows you the whatever you're trying to do. But normally when you're trying to run R, you want to, and you could also clear this with a broom. You could also do this right here as when we loaded the data. And so normally we would have to create a file. In the next video I'm going to talk about how to load in the data. So when you click on new file, there are different data files. There's R script, R markdown, there's Quarto documents. Normally I would recommend you use an R markdown if you're just learning R, because the Quarto document is an advanced version of the R markdown, but there's just a lot that you could do. While R script is majorly for you want to do something quick and dirty, but R markdown, it's easier for you to like break your code into smaller chunks and all of that. So let's click on R markdown and we'll see like a different interface is going to pop up. So we just need to click on this. So loading a package for us to be able to run a R markdown. So at this point you will need to be connected to the internet to be able to install a package. So that's probably going to be done, and this is just going to ask us to do this just one time that we are trying to run this. So let's pause this and let's get right into it when it's ready. So it's ready. The first thing you're going to say is when you ask us for a title, whatever name, you can say test project 1, and we click on either whatever the author is, say JJ Insights. It is our optional, and we click on OK. So immediately we see that this opens up. So what we have here initially was this, but it came down. So this allows us to be able to write our codes and all of that. So we also see that it's also, so you could create a code chunk. So this is what a code chunk is. So I just did Control Alt I. So if you're using your Mac, you use Command Alt I. So that's what you do. So this is the RStudio interface. There's so many things you could do. You could edit, you come to your code. So in case you want to change this to be a different color, you come to tools, global options, appearance. There's just different things you could do. And Twilight is the one that I like. So we just click on apply and click on OK. So I think that's how to get it to look like a real programmer. In case this video was a value for time, do to subscribe, like, and follow. The next video I'm going to be talking about how to load in a data in R. Thank you. Ciao.